guys will have some fun looking at this book.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Final segment here. We're going to do predictions. Well, me. Because, John, why don't you go ahead and show and just look how Lewis just kind of leaves this place. Chairs all awry. He leaves his headset open and on. He's got to run off and do the important things, right? So, anyway, so I'm stuck left here all by myself, but I'll do my best. Obviously, like we said, Zach is not in the office today. We hope that he'll be back tomorrow. If not, he's got to do his duties as daddy, and that's the most important thing. So we're going to go right into it. We do have a game tonight in Kern County. It is Delano at Tulare Western. Zach and I both picked Tulare Western in this one close. Zach has it 23-14. I've got it 21-13. We've got a few games on Saturday to go through. First one, Emmanuel Christian is at Trona. Trona, a very, very good team, but this is a dirt field alert. One of Zach's neighbors told him a great story about once being stranded as a truck driver in Trona to pass the time. He checked out a Trona High football game on a Friday night and watched spectacular football on a dirt field. We've got this one, big Trona over Emmanuel Christian. Desert versus Desert Christian. That's Edwards Air Force Base against Lancaster in this one. And this is the one game where Zach and I differed. Zach has Desert 28-13. I've got it 20-14 in favor of Desert Christian. We can move forward. We got another cool one on Saturday. I'll be at this game 2 p.m. East at West, 50-year anniversary of West. But this one is going to be a blowout. West, a very good team at the SYL. It's going to open it up against an East team that had a loss to Foothill, which broke a 22-game losing streak for the Trojans. So probably look at West and that high-powered offense with Chris Coleman at quarterback, Josh Boyd, and Jalen Simpkins kind of having their way with the Blades on a hot Saturday afternoon on this weekend. Moving forward, 8-man football, Maricopa and Calvary Baptist. Zach and I both have Maricopa in this one. Moving forward, next game, Mojave and Mio Robinson. Watch Mojave move to 6-0 in a big fashion. Zach and I both have this one big, 56-14 for Zach, 56-35 for myself. Next one, Burroughs at home against Sultana at a Hesperia. Burroughs in a close one for both Zach and myself. Moving on, Boron and Mammoth. Both Zach and I and myself have Boron winning on the road. Next game, HDL action, Fraser Mountain, Cal City. Fraser Mountain has been outscored this season 237-0. Neither Zach or myself, and this is the first time that I've done this. I'm actually picking a team to go without a point in this one. I see Fraser Mountain continuing the inability to score, and we both have Cal City winning big in this one. Moving on, another high desert game, Bishop and Rosamond. Bishop, usually a team that's going to give a little fits, but Zach and I both have Bishop winning this one, 42-14 for Bishop. I have it a little bit closer, 21-14, beating Rosamond. Moving on, non-league game, McFarland at Riverdale. McFarland, 2 wins this season, a 2-game winning streak. We both have it. McFarland and a high-powered offense moving forward. Zach has a 23-10 McFarland. I've got 21-14 McFarland. Next game, South Sequoia League action. Taft lost to BCHS last week. Shafter opened up with the loss in league play. Also, we've got the Wildcats winning big in this one. Zach has it 41-21 Taft. I have it 35-14 Taft. I think that the Warriors, not the Warriors, but the Wildcats are going to be able to kind of overcome that loss to Chavez, last week and win big in this one. Moving on, another SSL action. Kennedy and Wasco. Kennedy lost to BCHS last week, and then Wasco, kind of one of those teams where they're not what they used to be. I think Kennedy kind of overcomes that loss to BCHS last week. They're still the D6 favorite. They're playing in a league of D3, D4, and D5 teams. I think that Kennedy, to be able to kind of stay competitive in the SSL this year, needs this win, and they'll win it. Zach has a 35-23. I've got a 42-20 in favor Kennedy. SSL action, SEYL action, excuse me now, North and Foothill. This is a tough one to gauge because here North is a team that started the season 2-0 and now has lost 4 games in a row, where Foothill was on a 22-game losing streak, and then they beat East last week. I still think on the road, North, with Curtis Threckeld on the offense and Joe Rogers on defense, I think this is still a team that has some senior leadership. Zach and I both see the Stars winning this one. Zach has a 31-20 in favor of North. I've got 20-13 in favor of the Stars. Moving forward, let's keep going. Tehachapi Independence. Tehachapi 4-1. Remember, Steve Denman's got 292 career wins. I think with Angel Garcia and Daniel White on the defensive side of the ball, and with Kieron Scott running the ball, the Warriors are very much, if Ridgeview is 1 in the SYL, I think that what you're going to see is you're going to see a lot of teams competing for second place, and if any team is going to give Ridgeview fits this year in league, it's going to be Tehachapi. Tehachapi is going to win this game big over Independence. Independence does have a 2-game winning streak coming in under the first year of head coach Lucas Lucero. Zach's got it 27-13 Independence. I've got it Tehachapi, I apologize. And Zach has it 35-20 Tehachapi. Moving on. South and Miramonte. South coming off a loss last week to West, which neither Zach and I saw, but obviously the Vikings a lot better than everybody's projected, and I think they're playing well. The Rebels still a good team. I still think they're the favorite in the SEYL. Miramonte still a team trying to figure things out. They started the season with a win over Shafter, and now they're on a 5-game losing streak. South in this one, big for Zach and myself. Zach has a 37-7. I've got it 42-7. Chavez and Bakersfield Christian. Here we start getting into the top 20 BVarsity ranked teams. Chavez and Bakersfield Christian. Big SSL match here. You've got Chavez, a team that hasn't given up more than 14 points in the game. That 14 points came to South. They've pitched a shutout and a win to start the season over Roosevelt out of Fresno, and then have only given up 7 points since then, so 35 total points against that Chavez defense. They shut down Josh Saylor and the Taft offense last week. BCHS winners of 2 straight after losing to Ridgeview. I see this as a game that Chavez is going to handle it on their end because they've got such a dominant defense. Zach and I both have the Titans winning 24-16 Chavez for Zach, and then I've got the Titans winning 21-18. Southwest Yosemite League. Here's a game of intrigue. Bakersfield, a team that's 2-3 now. Garces, a team that scored 20 points on a very good St. Bonaventure team out of Ventura last week. But I think the Drillers, Zach and I both agree that the Drillers are pissed off right now at themselves after losing that game to Ridgeview at home last week. Only the second worst loss at home in the Paul Gola era, losing 27-10. The other one was a 27-17 loss to Long Beach Poly 2 years ago. So I think that the Drillers are going to come back. Zach's got a little bit more of a blowout, where I've got a little bit closer here. But both of us have the Drillers winning tomorrow night. Zach has a 44-13. I've got a 21-14. I just feel like Garces has something going. I don't think it's going to be this year in the SWIL. I think they need a league change, like Zach said in his predictions going into next year. I think AJ Gass is going to have something special next year. I just don't think it's going to be this year. Frontier Liberty. This is a game that I'm going to be at. Obviously, we had 2 players and the offensive coordinator for Frontier in here in the first segment. Here's a game against Liberty where you look at that Liberty team. They have the 6th, according to CalPreps.com's matrix, they have the 6th toughest schedule this season in the state. So you look at a team, yes, they turned the ball over 8 times against Cathedral Catholic out of San Diego 2 weeks ago, but I think that's an anomaly. I'm not really certain on what Liberty is. I've seen them play bad. I've seen them play really great when they beat Buchanan 27-6. So there's still the talent there for Liberty. Brian Nixon had a 2-week break in between games going into that Buchanan game, and they played fantastic. Here we are, another 2-week break for Liberty going in this one because of the fire situation a few weeks back, and they couldn't get that game in for Central. I think Frontier is a really good team, but they haven't truly been tested this year. 4-1, only one of those games being against a D1 opponent, and that was a win last week against Fresno Central. I see Liberty pulling this one out, but but it's going to be a very, very tight game. Zach has a 34-21 in favor of Liberty. I've got it 28-21 in favor of Liberty. I don't think you're going to see that team turn the ball over 8 times. Finally, last game. Oh, excuse me. We got 2 more games. Ridgeview, number 1, opening the SYL action against Golden Valley at home. Look at Ridgeview kind of blowing this game out. Ridgeview is a very good team. Yes, Golden Valley has a lot of things going on. Great running back, Tyler Thompson. Very good quarterback and punter, and Tyler Waters. But I think in every phase of it, Ridgeview is going to win this one big. And let's go ahead and move on, John, to the final game. And that's going to be Centennial and Stockdale. It's live on Bakersfield.com. We'll have that game starting at 7 p.m. with Vance Paulman Studio Game Night right here at Bakersfield.com and on your AM radio dial at 1230 ESPN. This is a very good game of intrigue. Stockdale is a 1-14, but they've played a very tough schedule. They've had leads against Clovis, which is number 2 team in the Central section. In the fourth quarter, they were tied with Ridgeview at the half, 22-22, before being blanked in the second half. Centennial, a good team there that is playing well under first-year head coach Chad Brown. Like Zach said in his predictions, I think it's going to come down to there's more confidence in Cesar De Leon for Centennial, a better O-line, and we're at home in this one. So Zach and I have both Centennial winning this one. And so it's going to be a really intriguing game. Like I said, that game is going to be live at Bakersfield.com tomorrow. Make sure you check that one out. And obviously, I don't want to plug myself here, but check out, we'll have volleyball action tonight. Centennial, Garces, and girls volleyball action. I'll be at that game. I'll be in tomorrow's Bakersfield, California, and also BVarsity Nightly, which is a show that I host that airs every night at 10 p.m. right here at Bakersfield.com. You can check it out on our website, on our YouTube page, BVarsity, and also I tweet it out from our BVarsity Live Twitter account, my Twitter account, Zach's Twitter account, everything that you need. So we'll have that action for you. And then we'll be right back here at 7 p.m. Friday night with Vance Paulman Studio. Next week, we'll have Zach back here, hopefully, with us. Hopefully everything goes well with the family, Zach. We'll see you soon. And until then, I'm Trevor Horn. You guys have a great one.
Is looking deep down the left side. Mendeville into the end zone. Touchdown!